My name is Zachary Owens, and this is my presentation on why teachers need to be paid more fairly. I come from the rural town of Kinston, North Carolina, which is the county seat of Lenoir County, North Carolina. We're not necessarily a small town by any means, as we have a population of around 19,000, but declining. But we do have many qualifications of a small town, and you see that especially in the way that we are so quick to rally around folks who are in need. And you saw that during Hurricane Matthew and Hurricane Florence, which many people in this town are still recovering from, even though it happened around 6 to 8 years ago. We don't have a lot, especially in terms of wealth. And you see that in the way that teachers are being paid. The average teacher in Lenoir County makes around $44,000 a year, which is 26% below the national average. We're not the only county in this area, though, that has this problem. Every single county that borders Lenoir County has the same exact issue, if not worse. In fact, most counties in the United States, especially rural counties, have this issue as well. So what is the problem? In short, there's a teacher shortage in the United States. One of the biggest reasons why is the way that teachers are being paid. You see, most teachers are paid based off of the educational performances in that district. So districts that are performing bad, salary takes a hit. Districts that are performing good, teachers are often paid pretty good. There are a lot of educational underperformances outside of the teacher's control, though. The most important thing that a student needs nowadays is a stable and reliable internet connection. Many low-income areas do not have a stable, reliable internet connection, so that stunts their learning growth. Wealth also plays a really big role in welfare. Many low-income areas often have single-parent households or straight-up abusive households. So that creates an unsafe and inconvenient learning environment for the student. So there's some correlation when it comes to educational performance and teacher income, as well as economic opportunity. For example, let's start in Mississippi. Mississippi ranks number 41 in education and number 39 nationally in teacher income. New York, they rank number 9 nationally in education and number 3 nationally in teacher income. Now let's get into the correlation between teacher income and economic opportunity. Washington, they rank number 5 nationally in both education and economic opportunity. Louisiana, they rank number 46 in teacher income and dead last in economic opportunity. Now you may look at this data and see that there are many outliers, as there are in every statistic in the history of statistics. And if you're completely opposed to my idea, my opinion, you'll see it as there is not a complete correlation. In fact, many places with high-paid teachers do not have good education. Well, it goes back to what I said earlier. Wealth and welfare play a really big role in the way that teachers are being paid. So there are many high-income states with low-income areas and bad education. And so state government isn't doing a really good job in the education system in those areas. So what can we do? And how can we spread awareness? You could start out pretty young, actually. This could be a really big area of topic in your student government organizations, such as SGA. And make sure that everybody is in the same boat and that everybody sees, hey, there is a really big problem here. Do more research and look into the economic roots of this problem and come up with some ideas. I have some ideas of my own. We can always cut back on the spending overseas, especially in Ukraine and the Middle East, and put all the rest of that money into education. We could cut back on military spending, because even if we cut back on military spending by 1% and put that all into education, You get a brand new education system because there's so much more money going into the education. You can't do anything unless you make your local government aware. Because when you make your local government aware, that's starting small and it can end up being a bigger thing. Your local government knows, they'll pass it up to state representatives. State representative passes it up to state government passes it up to federal government. And hey, even if they don't do anything, you're making a change by people will see what you're doing and they might do the same thing. And when everybody is in the same boat, that's when you make change. But guys, we need to make change now because teachers are pretty much the backbone of today's society and how we live the American dream. There aren't any doctors, there aren't any engineers, construction workers, technicians without teachers. We need to save this future generation and make change now. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.